Hey guys, Devin here with WagonWell.com, and today's video is uh, some businesses that you can, the top 6 categories of businesses that you can start a business for under $500, and a bunch of different tips that if you're not an entrepreneur yet, these are 10 things you should be working on before you become an entrepreneur. So basically, if you're watching this, I definitely want you to be an entrepreneur. It's something that I'm very passionate about, for people to be able to, make and be the boss of their own life and actually design their own, daily operations for their economic needs. So basically, if you're going to start a business, most they fall in basically 6 different categories, and they are basically you can create a service, or you can give advice. You can be, an expert and be giving expertise. You can also sell something. Sales is always a profitable type business. You can educate if you have a skill or a good, or learning a certain thing. Um, then of course you can offer an experience, and if you the next last one is actually entertainment. So just to give you a couple quick examples of for each in these categories of service, definitely concierge is the first one to pop in my mind. Going to run errands for other people. Um, you can also, offer some editing services, whether that's writing for their website, or editing some photos or some videos. If you can learn how to do that, definitely worth the time for that. Definitely could edit some graphic and web design and stuff like that. Um, you can definitely even offer these services on Fiverr to get a couple of different clients as well. Um, so the next category of expertise and offering advice, first thing that comes to my mind is, you can go become a notary. It's basically just paying a licensing fee, and then you can go notarize things for about 10, 15, $20 a pop. Um, uh, Another thing is real estate licensing or insurance licensing. These are definitely something that you can do, and it will definitely give you some expertise in these fields. Definitely marketing as well, or advertising, copywriting, things like that as well. Um, and sales, so you can offer a whole bunch of different stuff for sale. To sell. You can sell flowers. You can sell shoes. You can sell little trending uh, items like fidget spinners when a new trend comes in, you know demand. You can definitely sell T-shirts. That's definitely what was my first business that I was ever into. Um, so the next category, I don't know if you can hear my voice. It's been a long day, and of course I waited till last minute to shoot the video of the day. So educate. Some things you can do if you know another language. You can teach people languages. If you know a musical instrument, you can do that. Teach them how to do that. In fact, I know I have a friend who's doing a music course right now, teaching people how to, uh, you know, play different instruments like guitars, and from a basic to a more advanced level, as well as even write songs. So that's one thing you can do. Definitely, there's a lot of tutoring services that you can offer. Um, so definitely ways to educate and be starting a business for under $500. So another thing that you could do for even basically free is offer an experience in your neighborhood. You might even be able to register with Airbnb. Um, so say if you're offering hiking experiences, or you know some kind of intensive workout boot camp in the morning, people will pay for these type of experiences, and you know you can go get a workout in the morning and get paid as well. Make $150 early in the morning. If you're into surfing, that's another thing you could do is offer some kind of experience. Maybe even educate them on surfing as well. So, um, Entertaining. So the last category for entertainment, you know, you can definitely produce, you know, some comedy. Definitely could be just producing some content online. Maybe even, you know, there's so many different ways you could do it. You could be um, doing some audios and even getting selling downloads and stuff like that, or you know, definitely could be selling tickets or even doing online shows that people would have to pay to. That might even get you, you know, you do some free on YouTube. So that's just one thing for comedy. But art, you know, you could be doing the same thing with art, teaching people how to paint, stuff like that. Music, you know, that's something that's entertaining. If you can entertain somebody, they will be following and giving you their attention. Um, and this can get you paid. So, just a couple ideas there. And so, the 10 things that if you're not, you know, that you should be working on if you're not an entrepreneur. When you become an entrepreneur, these are definitely things that you're going to be working on and will be tested on a daily basis. So, one thing that I hear from a lot of people when it comes to looking at a big list of knocking out a lot of work in a week is they don't know how to motivate themselves to do that. So one thing that you need to know is definitely be self motivated. So you're gonna want to know you're gonna want to be able to self motivate yourself. So if you know that you can't, you're gonna need to work on that. So definitely get into a mode of knocking stuff out and getting up and achieving the things that you need to do, whether it's things that you don't like to do. Uh, get over that little hump and just go knock them out. You'll get over it, and you got to be able to self motivate yourself to get through those things. So another thing uh, you should know before becoming an entrepreneur is basically to save, save, save. You want to save all of your money, and that is what's going to really be coming in handy, especially at these early startup stages as an entrepreneur. You're going to want to be able to bootstrap and save your money, and then invest it really wisely. So that's another good habit that you're going to need to know before you're an entrepreneur. So you can work on that now. Um, the next thing that you need to do is you need to learn how to sell. So if you're not an entrepreneur now, you should definitely be working on selling whatever you're at, whatever business you're working for. Sell the brand, sell the products, work on closing them, um, ask questions, find the pain points, overcome rejections, uh, get them to want to buy. Learn how to sell. So the next one would be to network and build your contacts and relationships. So this is huge. This is huge when you really get going. Every person you come in contact with, you should be definitely taking their contacts and building a relationship with these people. Um, and that way, when it comes down the line, you already have people in place to reach out to um, when it comes to whatever situation you may be, that may be arising, whether it's just a certain type of client that you want to deal with, or you know, maybe a different service that you want to offer. There's definitely things that you want to do. Plus, working in cahoots with other services. You never know when you're going to want to offer another service and outsource. It's good to have these contacts in place. Another thing you should be knowing and working on and practicing is go work. Let's say at least 60 to 80, 90 hours a week. Go do that for a good 18 months to 2 years and see if you can really do it, because this is something that's going to be most likely a part of your life as an entrepreneur. There's definitely, that talk of passive income, and that's a possibility too. But if you are dead set on being a hardcore entrepreneur and, you know, definitely focus on growing your business to the highest it can be. That definitely takes some high achievement. Um, and if you can't work 80 hours a week to stay on top of your game, there's people out, your competition will be putting in those hours and taking you out. So that is something you're going to have to be um, doing, and you should be practicing now and being able to do as well. So the next thing is you should learn how to research, and you should learn fast. So researching, whether it's your market or your competition, or um, you know just learning a new skill. These things are things that you're gonna have to learn how to do, and you should be learning how to do these things fast. So research researching and learning a new skill is a skill in itself, and you should be working on these things, learning new different things and researching different industries, or fields, sectors, whatever, and practice researching, getting better, finding the answers faster. And you should also be learning quicker. You should be learning how to learn at a faster pace than you normally do, because there is a lot of things you're going to have to be always learning to stay on top of your field. So, another one is to build an audience. So make sure that you are, if you're not an entrepreneur yet, you're going to be building an audience when you are. So why not practice doing that now? Um, I'm involved with a bunch of people. Chris actually offers um, a bunch of different courses, and he's got a lot of great content on how to build audiences and fan pages on different channels and stuff of that nature. So you should be definitely practicing on building an audience. Go build a Facebook page and a Facebook group, and start producing content that these people that people will find valuable, and then go get people to come to your group and engage with these people. Um, so definitely work on building an audience. And the next one is to learn your strengths, and combine these strengths with the industries that you really want to focus on. When you are an entrepreneur. So this is something that really comes with time and experience. You're gonna learn what you really want, what you're really good at, and what you excel at, and what uh, the things where your weaknesses as well, and where you know it may take you longer to grow things in that area, while one area you are really taking off. It's just you know especially if someone else, you notice that it's not everyone else can do that. That's another good sign as well. But if you should definitely be aware of your strengths, and this will actually help you determine where you want to spend your time. Your strengths are part of who you are as well. So not just what you're great at, but who you are. What is your personality? What is your background? What is your history? What's your story? These things all tie into your strengths, and you should be really figuring these out on what they are and what that means for your future and where you want to be heading. And the last tip for things to know and things to work on before you're an entrepreneur is, your back against, having your back against the wall. So this is something you're definitely going to probably experience quite regularly, especially as a startup. And so to practice on your back against the wall, basically go set a crazy deadline for yourself that you may not think's attainable, and then go reach it. You know, uh, definitely. Well, one thing that comes to my mind is Tim Ferriss actually does something like this, and in his class when he was teaching, I think it was at Stanford or maybe it was Harvard, when he was an honorary teacher. And so one thing he tells you to do is like you list like three people that are like role models in whatever industry, or for whatever reason, some like totally famous people. And then your goal is to like get them to reach out to you. You reach out to these guys and get one of them to respond to you. And the person that gets the most to respond in the fastest time actually won like a big trip. So you know, that's one thing, you know, you really want to work on, and to do that is to go set a crazy deadline that, you know, is a little bit out of your comfort zone. It's not something that's going to be sitting back and relaxing like I look like I'm doing right here, which I am. I actually really enjoy uh, knocking out a lot of work sitting here right on the bed or the couch. That's basically my office space at the moment. So, again, guys, pardon the monotone voice. I'm already getting into a 15-minute video here. I hope you find value in this. Um, if you do, definitely subscribe below, and comment below if you find value. Let me know what tip you really found useful, and I will see you guys tomorrow.